Okay, hello everybody. We're getting ready to do a SAT Math Level 1 2.1 lesson here on strategies to score well on your SAT Math Level 1. If you need to contact me, here is the email to contact me. Lesson 2.1 SAT Math Strategies you need to know. Strategies 1 and 2. Overview of this section. This lesson features strategies that help you answer mathematical test questions that may seem familiar or too complicated. Know how to not only will show you how to efficiently solve certain types of SAT problems, but will also help to further guide you in your preparation for mathematical SAT, which you want to score well on. Strategy 1, have a study plan. To maximize your score in SAT, you need to have an organized, realistic study plan, meaning it gives you time. You need to have time. You can't do this in 2 days. Suggestions. Start early. Rather than cram shortly, you need to start early, okay? At least 3 months before the test. It's like, hello. And then gradually increase the amount of study time each week. So you need a schedule. You need a routine. Page 3, notebook. Know your weaknesses. As you work through this book from beginning to end, you'll become aware of areas in which you need to spend additional study time. I can provide you additional lessons outside of this prep course that will give you, prop up your skills and exponents or exponential functions or linear functions for that matter. If you get a practice problem wrong, don't ignore it. Instead, review it and understand that it means you have an issue there. Redo those problems you marked, and I can also assign you problems that you need to do as well. I can come up with a plan for you to remediate your shortfalls. Watch the clock. You need to work quickly with SAT-type math problems. You need to work quickly. That's why the pace of this course is fast. You need to think about the time, about the way that I'm introducing this material to you. Practice makes perfect. The more problems you try and work out correctly, the larger arsenal of math tools and problem-solving skills you will have with the actual test. And let's see, so the pace that I introduce this material, yes, you can go back and pause the video, or you can get the PowerPoint and go through each slide slowly, but you need to go through this stuff quickly. The more problems you try out more correctly, that will help your confidence and also gain confidence by doing it like that. Don't skip study sessions. Keep a routine. Stick to a routine. Get disciplined. During the months before the test, make your SAT preparation with a priority and a routine, and keep to your schedule. Don't skip study sessions during the months before the test. You need to get psyched up for it. Take practice tests. During the last 10 days of your SAT prep, take at least 2 SAT practice tests under timed test conditions. Timed, because time is of the essence. And let's see, you should not become discouraged if you get some of them wrong, but you should get the pacing right. Rules for gritting in. So be prepared to solve unfamiliar word problems. I mean, that's really the SAT strong point, is unfamiliar word problems here. Underline key phrases and circle numerical values, because that's what you have to solve. Pay attention to units of measurement. Draw a diagram. Drawing diagrams is big in solving word problems. Mark up everything you know about it. Reason analogously. Does the problem remind you of a related but simpler problem? So these are all clues that you need to get on. Break the problem down into smaller parts. I mean, this is important. The working backwards strategy may be helpful, and that always works for me. Strategy 2, look at a specific case. Problem does not give specific numbers or dimensions. Simple example. So here's an example here of just exactly that. Example, no calculator, perimeter of a rectangle. So this would be a hypothetical rectangle here. 1144 rectangle. If the perimeter is 10 times greater than width, the perimeter of the rectangle is 10, because 2 times length plus 2 times 1, 2 times length equals 8, so the length of the rectangle is 4. So this would be like a hypothetical here that you could translate that onto a specific problem on the SAT. Choices D would be 4. In this situation here, the length is 4 times greater than width. In that specific situation, we need to figure out by what fractional amount or percent of quantity changes when its starting value is not given. Consider a specific case. Do the calculations using this value, and then compare the final answer with the starting shows. Example, no calculator section, multiple choice. Current value of stock is 20% less when it was purchased. By what percent must the current value of stock rise in order for stock to have its original value? Here are your possibilities here. Choose a convenient starting value of the stock. 100 is usually a good starting value. Assume the original value of stock was $100. Find the current value of the stock since the current value is 20% less than no. 100 minus 0.20 of 100 is $80. The rise from weighted to 100, which is a change of $20, to find the percent of which current stock must rise, is 25%. So B would be your correct answer in this, of regaining your original investment. Example, no calculator section. Fred gives 1/3 of his DVDs to Andy, and then Fred now has a what fraction of the original number of DVDs. Here are your selections here, multiple choice. And then you go through here, since 12 is the lowest common multiple of 3 and 4, assume that Fred starts with 12 DVDs. So use this as an analogy for the original problem here. And then you give Fred gives 6 of the remaining DVDs. Leaves Fred with 2 times 2 with 2, which is equal to 8 minus 6 of the original 12 DVDs. So the algorithm that you're looking for, 2 over 12 equals 1/6. Fred now has 1/6 of the original DVDs. So what you're searching for is an algorithm for the problem. This is a specific problem that you're being asked by using an analogous problem, and that is a pretty good definition of an algorithm. For ordering information and for PowerPoints and videos of your SAT prep of math, contact me and I'll hook you up. Otherwise, they'll be on YouTube. I think I'm about just giving them away.